I just want you to know that I went downstairs and flipped the fuse, so we will be getting more air conditioning in this room than we had the before. So it should be cooling a little bit because we do have excellent air conditioning in this room. So, boy, there's so much happening in Des Moines in the summer. Everything has to get crowded in, right? Like all the roads get repaired. I noticed University Avenue. I'm not going on that street again for a while. And the farmers market, and last night Roland and I went to the art festival, and it's open today. There's just so many things, and I tried out the pool this week. I hope you all did some fun summer things and made sure to drink. You need to drink more water.
I do, yeah.
We all need to drink water. So here we are today. Um, and let us start by saying that our statement of power together. There is only one presence and one power, active in my life and in the universe. God, the good, omnipotent. Here's our statement of intention. Unity of Des Moines is a radiating center of the Christ light, mighty to attract its good and to radiate good to others. So this is the time for meditation and prayer. Your job is to sit on the chair and relax. Feel supported by the chair. Feel supported by the building you're in and the people around you. The light that is in each one of us supports the light that is in each one of us. Let there be just a little more room between the bottom of your ears and the top of your shoulders. Or little giraffe necks or turtlenecks or something. And let your breathing be free and easy. I will lead us in a guided meditation. We share 2 minutes of silence, and then we pray with people who have requested that we pray with them. Let my words speak in your heart and your mind as your words. Knowing oneness, I am calm and confident. Without struggle or hurry, I slip into the rhythm of universal peace, where my concerns rest in harmony. I am one with peace and harmony. Centered in divine order, I am responsive in every moment. I recognize a beautiful order in the ebb and flow of life. I'm going to recap, but first I want to talk about an article called Why Scientists Say Experiencing Awe Can Help You Live Your Best Life. All right, so you all have had an experience of awe. I know you can think of it. For me, it was on a boat in New Zealand in the Tasman Sea. It was pretty darn dramatic and awesome on a New Year's Day with a full moon in 1999, January 1st, 1999. It might be when you look at your child for the first time. It might be just a simple walk in the woods. We're looking up at the night sky. But we've all experienced the feeling of awe. And I love the scientists catching up with all of our spiritual wisdom. So psychologists say experiencing awe can be very important in helping us with our happiness, our health, and our social interactions. And it may have actually played a role in why humans even get along and cooperate. Awe is defined as the emotion we feel in response to something vast that defies our existing frame of reference in one place or another, and leads us to change our perception of that frame of reference. A distinction between awe and other emotions like inspiration is that awe actually makes us feel small. Okay? Part of the feeling of awe is that we realize we are not the center of the universe. We feel small. And that's good. Feeling like you're not the center of the universe or a sense of self-diminishment is good because we spend so much time thinking about ourselves. I mean, it's just our natural human deal. You know? We spend a lot of time thinking about ourselves and how we are and what other people think of us and what we're going to do and how we're going to make everything better. We just do. So it is awesome to feel small and humbled because then we want to engage with other people, which is very important for our well-being. Awe will also help our physical health. If you feel awe, if you feel awe regularly on a regular basis, you're going to have better immune health. And there's other studies, about how, all the scientists are studying everything all the time, that there's evidence that when you have that feeling of connection with something greater than yourself. So that's going to help us in addressing the big social problems that we have today. That experiencing awe and feeling humbled will help us to solve what needs to be solved. The things that seem too big, we will be able to get there. How do you experience more awe every single day? 1, go out in nature. I don't even have to explain that. We just know nature's bigger than us, and it's refreshing to our spirit. 2, get out of your comfort zone. Kind of like what Kathy did. Definitely what Moana did in the movie. She jumped in a boat and sailed away from her island where her whole life was. Look up. Look up. Look up at the sky. Look up out of your life. Look up. And then have an open mind. We know that having an open mind is always a good thing. Now, how does this contribute to your spiritual evolution? All of these things. How does awe, how does all these poems and stuff? Well, first of all, the first reading that when I was talking, that Pema Chodron wrote, she talks and she teaches over and over again how you have to accept everything. That you're not going to find peace if you can only find peace in a quiet room. Right? You're not going to find peace if you only can be peaceful when everything's good. A lot of our spiritual practice, especially meditation, is about learning to be okay when things are not okay. Last weekend, the heart rhythm meditation. If you have an opportunity to learn that from Morgan, she's going to keep teaching it over and over again. That's excellent. Just recommend it. If you're having trouble, if meditation is hard for you, that's a really cool way to meditate because there's a nice practice where you sit. I have to put my hand on my pulse. You feel your heartbeat and you breathe in and you count your heartbeats and you breathe out. You breathe in and you breathe out. It's a wonderful centering practice. And I'll tell you what, all meditation is about, you do that so that when things get rocky, we're not rocky, But when the waves get bad, your boat isn't capsizing. And I don't even know how it works, I don't even know how it works or why it works, but I know for a fact that it works. That meditation, and there's tons of science about that. It is all, the monks and people and scientists, they measure your brain waves and people report back. It is documented that it works. And it is also about the reframing of diving in. So if you're going to dive into something, you can't, if we're going to dive into life, we usually don't get to make the pool perfect. Right? When we're diving into life every day, there's going to be some pools that look like a really cool lagoon and the water's calm and it's just the perfect temperature. And there's somebody on the far edge of the lagoon with, coconuts or whatever you want afterwards. And so you just dive in. It's not going to be like that when we decide to dive in. Sometimes when we decide to dive in, it's going to be, sometimes it's going to be foggy. Wow, you're going to dive in through the fog. You don't even know what is down there. But you decided to dive in instead of crawl back into your cave. So you dive in. And maybe it's the same water and it's the same lagoon. Maybe it's rocky, but we still got to dive in. If we cultivate that accepting and knowing that things are going to be this way and that way, it is going to make it, we're going to develop the habit of not shutting down. That not shutting down is really, really important. It is a very huge spiritual practice, not shutting down. So, doing the daily meditation, knowing that you're choosing, even if you don't know what it is, and diving in, knowing that you're building up a practice of diving in no matter what, will serve us so much. All right. Now, about the poem, about don't bite a poem, or don't, how to eat a poem, just don't be polite. Don't be polite. Don't be polite when you're diving in, when you're biting off life. Politeness is not going to get you the whole experience. So think of a time in your life when you were too polite to go for it. You missed out on a big juicy plum. Somebody else got it, or you took one little nibble of it. Don't be polite. Just go for it. And the poem from Rumi, I gotta tell you truthfully, the thing that won my heart over was the line, come even if you have broken your vow 1,000 times. That's what won me over. How many times have I said I was gonna meditate for 30 minutes every day? How many times have I said that I was never going to judge someone again? How many times have I said that I wasn't going to eat 2 pieces of cake or whatever? Whatever it is, this just makes me so happy because I respect Rumi, and plus I respect that meditation teacher, Revere, and he had it right up there. Come. Even if you have broken your vow 1,000 times, it means there's always a new tomorrow. It means that even if whatever happened and we did it wrong or we didn't do it, or we stayed in our cave, doesn't matter. We can start again any moment. We can dive in any moment. Even if we dove in and we hit a rock, or even if we didn't dive in and we stayed by ourselves in a cave for 10 years, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We can still do it. That's just such good news to me because I have a feeling that I'm going to break a few more with my vows. You know, I'm going to have good intentions, and I'm going to do everything I can to support myself, blah, 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 and do all the things I'm supposed to do, and I'm still going to mess up and not do it. And instead of feeling bad about myself, which really shuts us down, instead of feeling bad about myself, I'm going to let myself start again. Because it says so right here. Ours is not a caravan of despair. Come, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving. Huh, he doesn't want to leave. It doesn't matter. That is just super good news to me, and I love that poem. And then let's talk about how this will bring about our spiritual evolution. Think of, everybody here, think of a moment when you had some awe. Think about when you felt little, humbled, and something greater happened. Just, pull up something in your head that you're going to tell me about afterwards, because I'm going to, unless you escape really fast, I'm going to ask you to tell me what your moment of awe was. And think about that. Here is why we want this. Because we have to have something greater than ourselves. The spiritual journey is all about something greater than ourselves. And frankly, I'm hoping that this actual center, Unity Center of Des Moines, can be part of what's greater than each one of us. When we come together, we are making this a community, and we are making it a transformative place with people who support each other. And Sunday we have music and talking and praying and drinking coffee and supporting each other, and the kids get taught. And on Tuesday we have sound healing, and some days we have heart meditation, and other days we have, hey, last week people came and helped us clean the kitchen. Okay? They cleaned out the refrigerator, and they did, I know for a fact the person who cleaned out the refrigerator had not put a single thing in it. She still cleaned it. And we had fun. We did that together, And everybody who cleaned the fridge is still here in this room today. And oddly enough, cleaning out the refrigerator together in the basement here was humbling for me in a way, because it's that thing about, well, first of all, it's always easier to clean somebody else's house in some way. And there wasn't a whole lot of stuff in it. It's totally easier to throw other people's food away, and to clean out other people's junk. But there was that sweetness of, why is it more fun? I don't know. It's not fun to clean my own refrigerator all by myself in the kitchen. But with 4 other people, it was fun, It was fun to find flour that was like in the cupboard since before I was hired. I know. And we got rid of that. It was fun to realize that maybe we should empty the salt and pepper shakers. They've also been sitting in that cupboard since before I was hired. So we did that. You guys are all going to be so happy when you go into the kitchen or use the salt and pepper anytime. But here's the deal. You think about the awe, and then think about letting this place, however you want it to be part of the something bigger for you. Whether you like to give inspirational intervals, where you just want to come on Sunday, where you want your kids to get great education, where you want to hang out with people, where you want to take classes. Had an awesome class for compassionate communication this weekend, where you want to get help with prayer, where you want to, just all the things we do together. And I know we're also going to have a a grilling day, right, Craig? We're going to have a grilling day, yes. We're going to have a grilling day out on the patio soon on a Sunday. So I'm entreating you and inviting you and telling you that the leadership at Unity Des Moines, which is more than just me, it's awesome people on the board and awesome people on the spiritual council who are really shaking things up and changing things around, and we are we're done being top-down silo leadership. This is all about the people getting together to clean the kitchen and the people getting together to do what it is they want to do and create something greater than ourselves. And then experience awe together. Because when we are in awe, we bring everyone with us. So let's take an offering for unity. I want you to take your love offering, your gift in your hand, and we'll say an affirmation. If you do it with a credit card like I did, you can just put your hand